What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream if you're early. Thank you for joining along. Just gotta set up the stream real quick. There's a lot of wires involved in mobile game streaming. It's ridiculous. Guys, if you're gonna stream a game, make sure it's not a mobile game. It's a pain. It would be so much easier to stream something from like your desktop or something. Life of a mobile gamer. This is why we're not too popular. Wow, the new hunter looks pretty maniacal. It looks like he's writing some new music notes or something. Is he already available to play? Because I heard the little girl released, so... since the little girl released, like, why even play the new hunter? But yeah, all this new content is making me real suspicious. Honestly, I'm thinking this might be Identity V's last major content update if they're doing all these new characters at the same time. Like, think about it. I've said this before, but if they ever make a conclusion to the story, then what's the point of the detective being in the manor anymore? It doesn't make sense. Why should the detective stay in the manor anymore once he finds the little girl? Or maybe he'll decide he wants to stay in the manor, I don't know, play the game again, like he used to 10 years ago. There's just something so fishy. This reminds me of Season 1. In Season 1, we used to get a new character every week. Every week we got a new character. Or like every 2 weeks. We would get a new character or something like that. Oh, okay, sorry, wrong account. Wrong account, I have to be on the other account. Obviously, guys, I don't have a little girl on my account. I use other people's accounts. Let me see if it's okay if I play her. Sure thing. Can I play with her right now? Okay. But yeah, back in Season 1, there used to be new content every week or so. Okay? And after that, they've never done that many characters in a row. Like, Season 2 through 5 or 6, they did 3 characters a season. And then after that, they did 2. And then they did start doing 1. And this is where we're at right now. We get 1 new character a season, which is about 2 or 3 months. About 2.5 months. And that's pretty bad. And then out of nowhere, they're making these 3 brand new characters in just like... How much time has passed? Less than a month has passed and we got 3 new characters so far. Oopsie, I'm still on the wrong account. Oopsies. I don't get it. Like, something tells me, like, they're answering the story and then they're gonna leave the game as it is. I don't know. This is pretty suspicious. I don't know. NetEase, I think NetEase is planning to shut down the game. Like, not shut it down, but stop content on Identity 5, all major content updates. That's what I'm feeling, at least. Seki, do you know that YouTube is deleting dislike count? Hold up, what was the new video that got the most dislikes recently? There was a brand new video that got a ton of dislikes. Oh, the Nintendo Direct. They made the new $50 expansion pack and it's such a scam. It's like that's like the new trend to dislike. I can't believe they're doing it. Oh, okay, so this is the little girl. I actually have no idea what she does. Gather related clues related to unending nightmare. So yeah, this is her new skin. This is the first time I'm seeing it. She's incredibly short. We're talking shorter than a Dream Witch Leech. This is insane. So she really is little. Let's see her official name here, because I don't want to keep calling her little girl. Her name actually is little girl. How was your day, Seki? I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Quinn. Had a fine day, as usual. But yeah, let's see what's going on with this survivor. So just from the new mode a few days ago, you guys might remember about a week ago. What am I doing? I haven't even introduced myself. What's up, YouTube? Seki here, and welcome to another Identity 5 stream. And today, we are doing Little Girl. Okay, so basically, a week ago, we got to play with the little girl in the game mode, in the new game mode. Kind of. Okay, the survivor got to play with the little girl, and she's always attached to that little girl. But now, we got some, the actual survivor herself. So, this is most likely the flame circle that I was talking about last week. It looks like she starts with 1. At least that's very good. If she didn't start with any, that would right away make her not as good. Because survivors that tend to start with nothing are not as good. Energy charge duration. So she can stack up to 3 flames. That's really good. Okay, that's really good, especially when combined with memory sync. Can initiate memory sync with nearby allies and increase their decoding speed by 70? Okay. In the game mode, it did it by 50%. It increased by 50%. 70? What? Vaulting speed is increased, okay, and chair rescuing by 30%. That didn't change. Little girl can use memory fragments while performing memory sync. When the little girl's memory sync is activated, hunters cannot attack her with normal attacks or abilities, so they have to get through that regular survivor. So if you latch onto like a mercenary or something, and let's say the hunter lost you, you're outside of their terror radius, then you can just latch onto a mercenary, wildling, give them amazing decodes, so now this hunter has to chase them, but they don't want to chase a mercenary or like a wildling or like a forward, they'll be in trouble. And so that's really strong so far. If a sync survivor is knocked down or the little girl takes damage while using memory sync, its effects will be dispelled. So you do have to damage the survivor that she latches onto, but otherwise you really can't reach the little girl, which is really nice. The little girl can also cancel memory sync, which will grant her and the survivor a 30% movement speed for the next 2 seconds. So if it looks like the survivor you're hatched onto is about to die, you just bounce away and you get a nice speed bonus. 30%, not that much, but I think you're about the same speed as the hunter, at the very least. The little girl doesn't want those around her to be trapped within a nightmare, so pity. She can teleport herself next to any free-moving teammate, anywhere on the map. And when the little girl is within hunter's territories, she cannot teleport to a specified teammate. So, obviously we don't want a survivor that's basically a clone of Priestess. I mean, think about it. Priestess can already kind of do this when she sets up a world portal. So this tries to bounce the little girl, but all it takes is to get out of the terror radius, and boom, you can latch onto someone. So if you can find a way, if a coordinator shoots her gun, if a forward does a huge football stun, you're going to get away, you're going to latch onto something. The hunter cannot afford to lose you, or else, boom, you're gone. At that point, they're officially losing you. So this survivor is incredibly punishing. Can protect teammates that are being chased, can protect herself if someone like spies her time, lets them get away from the hunter, something like that. Heck, even a priestess portal might not be bad, and then teleporting to someone so that you're, God knows where you went after that. So that might not even be that bad. But yeah, a really amazing survivor so far. I do want to make a quick announcement, guys. This whole stream is not going to be about little girl. Okay. Yes, I clickbaited you. I clickbaited you all. This stream's not going to be about little girl. Okay, we'll do a few little girl matches, but the whole reason of the stream is I wanted to do a ranked stream where we don't ban Sculptor, and I try to teach you guys how to play against Sculptor. So if you guys are in the lower tiers and you have to deal with Sculptor, you don't know how to deal with Sculptor, or you just want to ban some other hunter because your teammates don't know how to deal with it, then you can ban another hunter. And I wanted to give a better idea on how you would counter Sculptor, how would you kite her, how would you rescue against her, what should you do, when should you rescue, something like that. Because we never play against Sculptor these days. So why am I playing rank with the little girl? Oh wait, no, I forgot. I can't play rank. Okay, we have to do quick match, unfortunately, because you can't play the new survivors. Please don't get a match instantly. I think we might. Okay, good, fine. That's fine. But the thing is, I have to do something while my duo comes here. I have to wait until my duo comes here. So, in the meantime, we're gonna play with the little girl. But as soon as my duo come here, I'll change the stream title, I'll change the thumbnail, and we'll have like an official little girl stream. These are just my first initial thoughts. She seems like a really solid survivor, and no decode debuff either. And the best part about the little girl, let's say there's one cipher remaining, and the last cipher is all the way across the map, and someone's already decoding it, right? Just teleport yourself to that survivor, and you give them a 70% increased decode buff. On top of that, if 70% increased decode isn't enough for you, you could also just cancel memory sync, which I believe it spawns you next to the survivor, so it's basically a free teleport. You just teleport to someone's cipher, and you essentially double your cipher rush, because you skip the walking distance, and you went all the way to that survivor that was already on a cipher, on that last cipher machine. And it's just so efficient, the way it works. And yeah, amazing abilities. Just free teleports, free abilities. Like, these abilities do not cost you anything. You technically have unlimited amount of flames. Hopefully they don't trigger randomly. I really hope they don't trigger randomly. I hope you can choose like when to trigger them. My one problem with the little girl in the last mode is that the flames triggered randomly. As long as the hunter got close to you, it triggered, which is kind of annoying because then sometimes a hunter got no recovery hits on you or something like that, and you didn't want it to trigger. But let's say they used a blink or something, then you're kind of helpless. So hopefully, you are able to choose when to use these memory fragments. And yeah, that would be great. That would be great. But yeah, explanations aside, though, hopefully we'll get a match eventually. This account isn't very high up in rank, so I hope it doesn't take that much. It's like, you know why I love you? Because you are a pro player and treat people right anyways. Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. It's very important. If you guys can't find anyone who's nice to you in the world, be a nice person yourself, okay? There's a lot of mean people here, especially in Identity 5. If you can't find anyone who's nice to you, be a nice person yourself. Don't be a jerk to other people. Even if they spam thank you at you, sure, make a comment to your teammate in voice chat, or I don't know, if you're streaming, make a comment about how ridiculous they are in stream. But remember, the last thing you want to do is flame your teammate who's being toxic to you, because then you're just feeding gas into the flame, so it's obviously not a good thing. Me waiting patiently for the deaths to the leader. So yeah, one more time, guys. I did go over the little girl at the beginning of the stream, but this is not going to be an official little girl stream. I'm just making it about little girl until my duo comes, and then we'll do a Sculptor stream where we don't ban Sculptor, and hopefully my teammates don't ban Sculptor either. Hopefully me and my duo are able to just block them out and not let them ban Sculptor. Hopefully they skip their votes, preferably. And then we won't ban Sculptor, and I'll be able to do like a stream where I teach you guys a little reminder, because we haven't gone against Sculptor in forever. Plus, it will be a good refresher for me. So, always a nice thing. But dang, she's so tiny. Look at her. Like, just look at this. She's so tiny. The chair is taller than her. Trapped in the nightmare of his memory, perhaps even Orpheus doesn't know her. Interesting. There we go, we got a match. So, this is an early access survivor. So, in NAEU, right now, only those who paid money for the essence, or if you got lucky. Hey, I didn't open them on my account. Maybe I'll get her on my account, so we won't have to do it on a separate account. But she is in early access in NAEU right now, and you really won't be seeing anyone else play her except for me, and maybe someone else who spent money or got lucky. Who knows what happened. So yeah. I really hope she's gonna be a decent survivor. I'd really hate it if she turned into like the next Orpheus, the next novelist, where everyone thinks it's really good and then it just turns out to be god-awful. So let's look at my build. My build looks solid. This looks like my exact build on my account. This one used to look like my account, but I took off Will to Survive, and I don't carry Distress. But that's because this is low tier, so that's why this account is running Distress. And I guess we're using Titurner. So let's see how Titurner works out with this character. I'm convinced we might not even need Broken Windows. She might be that good. Every 45 seconds, we are getting an amazing ability. So essentially, if you can kite long enough, you get 3 abilities, which is equivalent to that of a perfume. If you think about it, it's sort of like a perfume. If you kite long enough, if you kite for 90 seconds, you will get 3. Dang, she's so small, though. Dang, we even start with a bonus. Like, not only do we get 1, but we also started getting our next note, like 25% of the way there. So, wow, she's so small. Wow, this is crazy. I'm amazed she has regular decoding speed. For how short she is and how young she is, you'd think the survivor would be a little bit slower. Oh, it takes a little bit more time with stuff, but not. No, she's like... She's balling. She's balling. That's what she's doing. She's balling. So yeah. Unfortunately, it's Ripper. I don't want to see Rippers as little girl. Not gonna lie. Hunter is near me. So Ripper is probably one of the hunters that that isn't as great to go against. Okay. Remember, guys, the point is not to kite the hunters. The point is to try to show off these abilities and potentially ways that we can use them in the future. So hopefully we'll be able to find out how to efficiently use them. This hunter might be just waiting for the Foggy Blade. In this case, let's do that. Oh, it takes a long time. Okay, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, so it's very important to know. It actually takes time to activate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's even worse against Ripper in that case. Okay. Okay, that was okay. It didn't do a whole lot. Okay. 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 So, my bad. I didn't know. I didn't know that there was like a delay. Interesting. Interesting. So there's a delay. You guys probably knew because you guys probably watch every single leak in the world. So there's a delay. Okay, so there's a delay. Yeah, it does cancel attack recovery. So I did not know there's a delay. Interesting. Interesting that there's a delay already. Memory fragments remaining. There's really no point of using the second memory fragment. I thought it would be a little bit more useful, but against Ripper, I thought a little bit better. But like I expected, it's not as good against Ripper. If you can get the Ripper to try to swing right before you use it, and then it just completely throws him off and you move out the way, then it's decent. Oh man, that was a beautiful hook from the patient. So, hopefully he dodges that. Good job. Beautiful gameplay from the patient. But yeah. I wish it got rid of something else, because this is really sad. Man, that takes a long time! Wow, that takes a long time. Oopsie, I didn't mean to ping that. On my account, Hunter is near me. It's usually in that position. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in a custom match after this, because... Wow! Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't think it would take that long. Okay, so you can't use it reactively. Like, you kind of can. You kind of can use it reactively. You kind of can use it reactively. It's really delayed. You have to use it ahead of time. Like, you have to already know you're in a bad position. So I should have activated it sooner there. Alright. Honestly, I don't know if we'll be able to lift. Hopefully she drops that. Okay, I guess that works. Guess it works. He has to break that. If he doesn't break that, that kind of sucks. Okay, I don't know what that did. That didn't do a lot. Unfortunately, Ripper is actually one of the better hunters to go against Little Girl. We should tie this game. But dang. Ripper just gets Cypher Rush. Like, yes, Ripper is a decent hunter. Ripper is a really decent chase hunter, especially against certain survivor metas these days, but he just gets Cypher Rush really badly, and you really need to add something, so... Oh, hey, we're the tiny detective. Okay. So I'm actually gonna go in custom match, because I need to know exactly how far away this pushes back the hunter, and how long it takes to activate that. Like, she's so slow. She's... Exactly, my words exactly, Chihaya. That is so slow. I was not expecting it to be that slow. Okay, so... Right away. Usually I don't have to do this, but I guess the survivor is something else, really. It's interesting, because they put a 1 out of 3 difficulty for Little Girl. Can I not use her? Yes, I can. Okay. I was scared that I wouldn't be able to use her. Alright. Technically, I think we should tie that game. That last game, our survivors did really good Cypher Rush, but... Also, if I did a better kite, we probably should have won that game. Honestly, it just comes down to, do you know how to use your ability? And right there, I clearly do not know how to use my ability. So let's go ahead and, interestingly... I'm lagging, interestingly enough. Okay, now that he's here, I can finally turn off notifications. Alright. So, it takes about 2 seconds to activate the snow. 0, 1, 2. Okay, 1.5 seconds. It takes 1.5 seconds. So, anything outside of this circle doesn't work. And you need to make sure you position yourself so that you don't push yourself into the hunter. This is very important. Because if I were to do this, I would push myself into the hunter. And obviously we don't want to do that. If you're ever going to put this little note down, always make sure it's away from the hunter, in a direction away from them. Why am I lagging so badly? So yeah. And we also have this ability, which I didn't even get to use last game. So yeah. About 1 second. The good news is you can place it while you're moving. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty neat. I think if you know how to use it, it would be really good. Okay, so this is how the teleport feature works. So pretty much you can see where everyone is. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit unnecessary. Being able to see their outline so you know exactly where people are decoding, where people are rescuing, who is rescuing. This is basically a distress at any time of the game, so very good in ranked match. On top of that, you can just teleport on any of them, and let's see what happens if we go to the just that person. So there is a cooldown period, but anyway, you're not allowed to do it until unless you're outside of the hunter terror radius. So it's not a big deal that it takes some time, because you're not even allowed to do it in the hunter's terror radius, so it's completely fine. And we're gonna turn off cancel skill cooldown because I want to see how long the cooldown is. I think it's 20 seconds, if I'm correct. 20 seconds. 80 seconds, never mind. Okay. Maybe this is the 20-second ability. So you have to be in 5 meters at least. Okay, so you have to be pretty close. 5 meters, I would say. And then we could just watch the survivor. So I'm going to turn on... Oh, wait, I can't turn off AI control. And, okay, anyway, we do get that speed bonus for a little bit after we get out. But real quick, we are going to... Okay, no, I have to wait the whole time. So we're going to wait until my ability comes back. Oh yeah, and by the way, this does affect other survivors. So you guys need to be careful. Make sure you're not pushing like forwards or mercenaries into the hunter. That would be really bad. Like, let's say you get rescued and you use this ability right away. The last thing you want to do is push the rescuer into the hunter, and then that's an easy double hit at that point. So be careful with that. And real quick, we're going to activate AI control, and we're going to go into this mind's eye. And we are one with the mind's eye. And so she basically gets, she basically decodes like the speed of 4 mind's eyes right now. She's decoding 200% faster. There's accelerated decode. Just for the heck of it, let's watch how fast this mind's eye decodes this cipher. We are giving her a 70% increased decode buff. And I can use this note at any time. There's a 7-second cooldown. But dang, this is amazing. The fact that you can protect your teammates is really nice. And she is just plowing through this cipher. It's been like, what, 15-20 seconds, and she's already halfway done. Accelerated decode plus mind's eye plus little girl. We are talking, how much decode is that? Mind's eye gets 30. Little girl gives 70. That's 100. And then accelerated decode is 29.8%. And boom, just like that, we finished the cipher. The cipher is literally done. So looks like I don't even have to suppress any calibrations. It doesn't even affect me if I miss any calibrations. Maybe the bot got the calibration, but as you guys can see, after we escape, we get a 30% speed bonus. I'm very confused why it doesn't say in the top left that we got a speed bonus, but we did get a speed bonus right there. It was 30%, and if we do it one more time, you can see it happen. Okay, it won't let me press tap to cancel. That button doesn't work for some reason. I don't actually like sliding. Sliding for me is not as good. But as soon as you get out, you get a 30% speed bonus for... It looks like about 3 seconds. Looks like about 3 seconds you get that speed bonus. So in case the survivor you're latched onto is like has a hunter terror radius and you're scared they're gonna die, you can get out of them and use your 30% speed bonus. So at any time if the survivor like you're decoding with gets teleported on, or maybe they just in general have a hunter terror radius coming after them. Like if it's like something like a mind's eye, you obviously don't want to be latched onto them as soon as they get a heartbeat. You should get off of the mind's eye as soon as the mind's eye gets a heartbeat. Or maybe you want to stay on them. I don't know. It really depends. It really depends, guys, because you guys got to keep in mind, if you're protecting a teammate, you're also not decoding. So at that point, you would need 2 people at least to be decoding, and you need there to be 2 ciphers or less. If there's more than 2 ciphers, you really should be decoding, or at least helping another teammate decode, and then you can like teleport across the map and then get out of them, and then like that way you speed yourself up to reach a cipher. So not only is this a really good kiter character, I think she's going to be good. I don't know. That first match was really iffy. With some more practice, we can figure it out. But for now, we're going to move on to my account, and we're going to play some rank match, and we're going to go against some sculptors. And yeah. Real quick, I'm going to deactivate the screen in case there's some personal info. Although the game blocks it out, it turns it into like these star icons, so it's fine. Real quick, I have to change the audio is delayed by 1 second, so I do have to change the Elgato real quick. So yeah, keep in mind that when you're protecting a teammate, you are not decoding. So if there's 2 or less ciphers, it's okay. Like at that point, hopefully your other teammates are decoding the other cipher machines, and then you can just latch onto that person and then start protecting them. And yeah, that's how it works. But otherwise, if you guys have more than 2 ciphers, you should honestly work on a cipher. And yeah, if you're very far from any cipher machines, do this. If you're far from cipher machines, do this. Teleport on a survivor that has a cipher machine nearby them. Get out of the teleport after like don't latch onto them. Just teleport to them, and then you're right next to a cipher machine. So huge time saver. For that reason, she's actually a decent cipher rush. It's interesting because she's not a cipher rush character in the fact where she like speeds up her own decoding. She just reduces the time she needs to travel significantly. We're talking like 30 seconds at most if it's a map like Moonlit. So a map like Moonlit, sometimes it takes like 40 or 50 seconds to walk to a new cipher machine. So this is a huge thing for survivors. Dear Detective, congratulations on completing the Time of Reunion interlude event and becoming the 5th Arts Academy number. Dang, there's a lot of people claiming this music. I didn't know there's something going on here. Hey, let's share it. I'm just kidding, we won't share it. I just do it for the free 20 clues. Okay, so now that we're done here, I'm going to change the thumbnail, I'm going to change the title, and we're going to invite OT. He's already in a match. Okay. So I just wanted to show you guys Little Girl. We're going to have a dedicated stream for her and play the final game. So maybe I'll do an extra stream tomorrow. We'll see. Where I'll play with the new survivor completely the whole stream. And then on Monday, we'll play the new hunter. Because if I go along with the schedule that I'm doing right now, then I'm only going to be able to play the survivor or the hunter. I'm only going to be able to do one. So I might have to do an extra stream this weekend, or between now and Monday, we'll probably have an extra stream. Okay. Let's change the stream title and the thumbnail because we don't want to clickbait anyone. But if you're one of the lucky few who came watching the stream, there you go. You get a little bit more information on the little girl. Some tips that I think would be really nice to help be as the survivor. Just nice tips that you were able to counter. Maybe we haven't really gone over how to counter certain hunter abilities, but Ripper is definitely a tough matchup. The problem with Ripper is that he's just going to hold his Foggy Blade until you use your ability. And if you don't use it, then he's just going to Foggy Blade you before then. And so definitely probably that was probably one of the hardest hunters we could go against. So if you're going against a hunter like that where it's a difficult matchup, they're not impossible, but you need to know how to play your character. You need to have a very strong understanding at that point. And obviously I didn't have a very strong understanding, so we died pretty quickly. Not as easy as I thought it was going to play her. I thought she would be a little easier to play than that. What should I title the stream? Society of Psyche kept the click. Society would be destroyed if I clicked the click. The Discord announcement is still clickbait. Oh yeah, it is. Technically it is. Okay. Real quick, we'll change the thumbnail. We'll change the title. While I'm thinking of a title, we'll change the thumbnail. I really like my thumbnail, my coordinator thumbnail, where like she's shooting the gun at a hunter. I did that in single training mode. Or like, was it in custom? I don't remember. Back when I made that thumbnail, it was like years ago at this point. Hey Psyche, are you nervous facing B4U tomorrow? Absolutely not. If you're nervous, you're not going to play your best. That's what a famous man named Craig once said. He's a golfer. I forgot the exact quote, honestly. What was the exact quote? The exact quote went along something like, don't be nervous or you won't be able to play your best. Anyway, obviously I'm always going to be a little bit nervous, but it's best not to let that nervous temptation get to you, or else obviously you will have a hard time playing. But I hope it's going to be very intense. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I hope that the stream chat won't be too toxic. I know how the B4U chat is. Like, if someone wins against them, or if someone, like, taunts them or says crap about them, they get really toxic. And, like, dude, I don't even want to look at chat that day. But if it turns out we do win against B4U, turn off your stream chat. It's going to be really bad. Just in general, people who don't know other top players, they're way more toxic to them. So, for example, my teammate Pinto, he shot a baseball at the Hunter when the Hunter was like, when we got a 4-man against the Wu-Chang. It was totally unnecessary. But the thing is, we're here to play our best, and that team signed up for the tournament. So we are obviously going to give them our best. So if I can rescue a tie turner, we are going to rescue a tie turner, and we are going to get the 4-man. And some people think that's toxic, going for the 20-0. We got 20-0 in that match, round 1. And yes, I know that team was low tier, but at the end of the day, they did sign up for it. They did come here to play their best, and they signed up to play against the best, so that is what I'm going to give them. If I were to go some garbage character like Lawyer, the thing is, I say Lawyer is going to be decent in tournaments, so I don't want to use Lawyer. If I use something like, let's say, Dancer, that would be kind of a sign of disrespect, because at that point, I'm not taking the team seriously if I go some random character I don't play. Okay, that's why I still stuck with Mercenary in round 2. In round 2, I decided, you know what? I get the choice of what Survivor I play. My team asked me what Survivor I want to go. I told them Mercenary because I think it's a sign of respect if I stay with meta characters, and that way we kind of like teach. Well, I don't teach anything, but hey, they can at least learn from something if I play meta, and that way they know something for the future runs. And that way I'm not going some joke character, or like, at least I'm taking them seriously is the point. Yeah. Playing Survivor rank without banning Sculptor. But yeah. People were saying the R slurred during the tourney. That's awful. That's awful. How about let's name it What It's Like to Not Ban Sculptor in Survivor. That sounds like a much more interesting title. What It's Like to Not Ban Sculptor in Survivor. Okay. Real quick, guys, I have to use the bathroom, and so I'll be right back. Seki, when are you gonna play court again? Probably not anytime soon. I'm gonna have to cancel this match real quick. I have to use the bathroom. Really? That's okay. I don't need the 100 clues. That's fine. Dude, why do I get an instant match in top tier? This just shows how inflated the Survivor tiers are. Like, all the low tiers easily got to high tiers. I don't even know how this happened. To the point where we're getting instant matches. Okay, I don't think he's reading chat. I have to message him on Discord because he's just sitting there. Okay, hopefully he doesn't start. Be right back, guys. we're back. Okay. We back, boys and girls. Alright. Let's tell him that he can star. You can star. Make sure you ban Dream Witch. Oh. Whoops. Hopefully everything is fine. Okay. Everything's fine. I don't know if he caught my message. Dang, I'm getting a lot of friend requests these days. A lot of friend requests these days. Alright. Yes, we are not gonna ban Sculptor today. So, this is what the stream was supposed to be about, but I kinda had to do something besides waiting for my teammate to show up. So thought it'd be cool if we did a little girl match, but now that my duo is here, we are not gonna ban Sculptor. We're gonna try to avoid banning Sculptor, and I just wanna have like a stream against Sculptor, what it's like to go against Sculptor, and maybe some strategies if you guys are struggling against Sculptor. I know I haven't gone against Sculptor in a long time, and so I feel like it would be helpful if we just did a nice little review of Sculptor. There's always going to be that chance that we still ban Sculptor, because my teammates are always going to ban Sculptor. Oh, dang it, dang it. Okay. So obviously we're not going to be able to go against Sculptor every match, because people these days always ban Sculptor, and then when they go against like Sculptor in tournaments, they struggle, because they're obviously not used to it. And so I feel like it's good to, every once in a while, not ban Sculptor. Dude, what the heck are my teammates playing? Like, Cowboy isn't that bad. Like, he's pretty bad these days. But, like, Toy Merchant, are you kidding me? All for One is playing, so he's definitely gonna play Sculptor if she isn't banned. Good to know. Did that person hear me? They switched from cowboy to forward. See, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So turns out we gaslighted the chat so bad on the first day that even cats heard of it. What do you mean gaslight? And when I was playing? When my team was playing? When our team was playing? It's not really my team. Well, Hunter spawned cornfield. Look, I don't know if that was a penguin. Oh yeah, that's a penguin. How did I know it was a penguin? I thought I saw a shadow through that window. And I guessed penguin. And it wasn't even there, it was somewhere else, and I guessed correctly still. Is Painter still good? Yes, Painter is still a good survivor. He's not as good as what he used to be. They did buff Painter so that he can drop pallets and windows when he's kiting. On top of that, they did make it so that his painting stunts for half a second longer. You might be able to tell because the animation for the Hunter like lasts an extra half a second. Like you could tell the animation was only built to stun you for 4 seconds. So like the extra 0.5 seconds, the Hunter's just frozen in place. So it's a nice buff, but it really doesn't make up for the fact that he lost his repainting. So I can't give him a high tier because of it, but what I will say is he's still a good survivor. He's very strong against Wheel. He can work against Sculptor as well. He's pretty decent against Sculptor. It's just really nice because with Painter, you literally can kite in the open. You can drop your ability in the open and you're not punished. In fact, you're rewarded if you drop your ability in the open against Sculptor. So that was probably worst case scenario. I don't even know if we should rescue, honestly. Should we even rescue? It's a toy merchant. Like, why even bother? She's not going to be able to do a redemption kite. She's such a sad kiter. Such a sad survivor. Such a sad... Like, okay, she's not as bad rescuing, but it's still pretty sad. I'm actually going to opt for not rescuing. Like, if we were closer to popping her ciphers, and if she was playing a better survivor, and if the Hunter wasn't playing a very strong camping Hunter, I would go for it. Okay, but she's playing a bad survivor. her kite wasn't very impressive, so I'm very doubtful we'll get a good kite. And on top of that, the hunter's playing a, like, did I mention strong kiter? Strong camper? I don't know if I did. Whatever, there's 3 reasons, or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, quick down. Survivor has a very, almost impossible chance of doing a redemption kite. And the hunter's playing a very strong camping hunter. Against Bonbon, the strategy is to not rescue, because his biggest weakness is map pressure, map control. He's a very slow hunter and he doesn't have any range abilities, so his best range ability is a bomb, and that really doesn't go very far in terms of traveling across the map. So, it's fine. Toy Merchant is just salty because she doesn't really know how to play Survivor, clearly. If she knew how to play Survivor, she wouldn't be picking Toy Merchant. Let's do this. Get out of the way. And I don't want to kite at Shed anymore. I also don't want to take any bomb hits. Preferably, I would not want to take any bomb hits. If he's going to chase me, he's going to have to chase me for a long time before he gets any bomb hits. And that's really what he's trying to do. He's trying to get bomb hits on me so I can't rescue. So it's fine. It's honestly fine. That's definitely not going to be good in post-match. Trust me, if she really wants to wait for this match to end to be toxic in post-match, then that's some serious dedication. But assuming this Survivor cares about playing more matches, they're going to just start the next game. The thing is, I can't see any post-match messages until I get out of the game, so anything she writes in post-match, I'm not even going to be able to see. There's going to be nothing there, is what I'm saying. So if she really wants me to see her messages, she's going to have to wait this whole game. Looks like we can potentially tie this game, though. So, as I was expecting, we should be able to tie this game. It's going to be close because, obviously, if we're going to get... Okay, now it's not as good, but... Yeah. Kind of in a rough spot now. Because now he needs to finish the cipher, and now I have to go for the rescue, and I have to make it before half. I mean, it's possible that I... Oh, no. No, it was actually fine if... Oh, and abnormal? And abnormal. No abnormal. No abnormal. Oh, he did drop. He's using peepers, not abnormal. Good to know. Okay. Did he just drop a time bomb? Got off the chair just in time. That cipher is not primed. It's only 70%. So we can't even go for it. We do need the Seer to get away, though, at least. Okay, Seer is running away. Okay, but now we have a different problem. Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to tie this, guys. It's like that Ford was a little bit too greedy there. Obviously, I'm not sure on the details of what happened, but he got a little bit too greedy there, is what I do know. Maybe we can sneak in a rescue. It's possible. Maybe. Yeah. We can sneak in a rescue, but it's gonna be to a certain extent. Okay. I mean, technically the game's not over. Technically I could pick myself up. Technically Seer can finish it. Technically Ford can maybe cut it out. The game's not over yet. There's a chance with that rescue that we could potentially tie this, but with that 68% and that peeper on that cipher, the chances are looking very low. I'm not gonna be able to pick myself up before Forward dies. I'm just gonna die. Like, I am gonna pick myself up in time, but I'm too far away from the chair, is the problem. Like, by the time I pick myself up, he's gonna be dead before I reach it. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He died. He pretty died, not gonna lie. Oh, he threw a time bomb. Maybe we can bait it? Okay. I was actually considering maybe he'll activate it too early. I was actually curious that he might do that. There's always a possibility. Okay. Maybe you could get dungeon. Yeah, about that. About that. Hey guys, it goes to show that clearly it doesn't matter if you ban Sculptor. Oh yeah. And they left the chat right away, so. That's about what I expected. Langlang's Crescendo. Man, you guys remember Lan? That name reminds me of Lan. Those were the days. Alright. Sorry, Green. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. It's for the better good. It is for the better good. Nah, never mind. The game is always gonna ban Sculptor. Game is obviously favoring banning Sculptor. Sus. That's okay. So what happens if you don't ban Sculptor? We have answered the question. Nothing, because everyone else bans Sculptor. Lucky Guy meta. Imagine Lucky Guy being here. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Hi Seki. Hi Rodrigo. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. And nice to have all of you guys here. As always, thank you so much for watching the stream. Always a pleasure to have every single one of you guys here. Really appreciate it. But yeah. Welcome to the stream, Rodrigo. I wonder what Lanla would say about New Geisha. New Geisha is interesting. In some ways it's a buff, in some ways it's a nerf. Okay, so if for the survivors to stop the dash, you need to have the butterfly, which is good. In some ways it's also a nerf though. I mean, I suppose it's not as much of a nerf because they did decrease the amount of time for a butterfly to get off a cooldown. Is this a statue spawn? No, it's a double door spawn. So when you get that spawn in forest, it either means two things. It's either a double door spawn. If you guys don't know where double doors is that area in front of hospital on that side of the map. Or it's a statue spawn. So if you ever get that forest spawn, that's how you know. It's either one of those two spawns. If you're playing something like Mercenary, obviously you don't have to worry about it. Like in that case, there's really no point of me to rotate away. Like maybe if you wanna like maybe fool the hunter to thinking there's a decoder nearby and just trigger tinnitus, yes, you can do that. But there's also, oh wow, they actually increased the. Okay, you guys see how like the water icon is larger? That used to not be the case. Maybe the water icon is the same. I think it just increased the size of the text. The percent is bigger now. So, if you're a mercenary forward, some hunters do chase forward, so keep that in mind. But if you're playing something like mercenary, it's not a big deal. You can go out in the open, even if you know hunters going right in your direction. It's also nice because that way they just leave you right away, and you can right away start a new cipher without wasting any time. Unfortunately, blink happened there. We are gonna savor this priestess though. She is in pretty close proximity, and this hunter isn't too bad to go against as mercenary. So she's close in proximity. I know we don't have a lot of deco. We have about the same as last game. The difference is this game we do have a prisoner, we do have a patient. Our deco is just going to be much more healthier than otherwise. Wow, I can't believe that still touched me. That's kind of impressive. There we go. We're going to do an instant rescue. Here's the thing about, what's her name? Naya. Here's the thing about Naya. The thing about Naya that's very interesting is that you can't actually attack right away. You have to wait for the harpoon to come back to you. So until that harpoon comes back to you, that mercenary can freely rescue. And that's exactly what happened there. I saw she had no harpoon. She was trying to bring it back to herself, but it's too late. It's too late. I'm already doing the rescue. I'll get off the chair just in time before the terror shock even happens, so that if she tries swinging, either I get out of it no hits, or I get hit, but Priestess has a chance of recovering her kite. Either way, I'm okay with, because statistically speaking here, in most games, statistically, it's very unlikely that they're able to make a comeback at this stage of the game. When the hunter is Naiad, you got chaired at a pretty bad chair. It's not the worst chair, but it's also not the greatest to make a comeback as Priestess with. Just in general, I don't know why the patient went for that basement rescue. That was not a good idea. If you're not like a forward mercenary gravedigger, someone to get out of basement safely, it's gonna be really sketchy. And that was not worth it. In that situation, I'm okay rescuing once because she gets off of my cipher and she dies somewhere else on the map. But once that happens, we just let her die the second time because we need to focus on decode. I do understand, I do acknowledge that, yes, patient has a little bit more rescue potential, but at the end of the day, we're low on decode. It's okay to do one rescue, but two you really only do if like you're close to priming. And in that case, we were not close to priming. So I guess I'm going to go rescue. Looks like it. Yes, she hit the chair. It makes it really easy on me. She hits me. That's okay. Not the greatest, but it's also just okay. Just okay. Let's see if patient can get away. If patient can get away, it was totally worth it. But we also don't want to get blinked, and I don't feel like getting blinked today, so I'm leaving by... Wait, what? How did that count as damage? Okay, we have to get away from the cipher, though. Oh, that's actually very interesting. That's actually interesting. I need to look that back. How did that count as 50%? How did that count as making a puddle? That's interesting. I actually don't know how that counted as making a puddle on me. Was there like a portion of the puddle in front of me that she hasn't made a circle with yet? Okay, this is okay. This is fine. We're working on a different cipher. Green is doing a good job pressuring the ciphers. So that way the hunter can't commit to just one cipher. They're going to have to commit to separate ciphers across the map, which is much better for us as survivors, because this way if she knocks one of us down, she can't just guard the other cipher machine. This cipher's actually almost done. So he doesn't need to send energy to that one anymore. In fact, I think he can just finish his on his own. And it would be faster than sending energy. Yep. Yeah. I'm curious though, how much progress does this have? It's almost done. Okay. Okay, I guess that works out. Focus on the coding. If it's a basement, yes, we need to focus on the coding. I wouldn't, honestly. Do we rescue that? Technically, we could. No, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work. It's a Naiad. Once she has full presence, she's just gonna dash me twice, and then I'm gonna be at full health. I'll have no tide turner. My prisoner will die or I'll die. That's how it's gonna work out. I'll use an elbow pad at least, but then prisoner's just gonna die. And so then what was the point? I'd rather hold on to my elbow pad. And that way if she leaves the chair, we can pressure the gate. But okay, so she is gonna teleport on that. And we are gonna go in this direction. Here's the thing though. I know for a fact that this Naiad's gonna come back to this chair, so I'm going to wait a little bit. Just a little bit, because I want her to follow me. And we're not going to go for the rescue just yet. But we're also probably not going to go for it at all. That was an okay elbow pad. Man, that counts. But that doesn't count. And we should be able to get out. Just like that. The only way it would, like, she could possibly make a comeback now is if she hits me with a dash. Oh, she could also do that. Yeah, now I'm dead. Dang, dude, 9 is actually a really strong hunter. And that hitbox is also really strong. People were talking crap about Naiad's hitbox when she first came out. It's actually pretty decent. Okay, well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to win. Or tie, at least. We were really close, though. Really close. Let's be real here. Nia's basically a better Geisha. Everything Geisha can do, Nia just does better. Instead of dashing, she also puts water. Okay. And she has a hook, a harpoon, that has a much better range than Geisha's butterfly. Could you stop the dash by taking it? No, it just goes right through you. The dash goes right through you. So, she dashes, she hits you, and then she can keep going forward. It only stops if she cancels it or if she hits a wall. And so that's when it stops you. And, OT. Oh wait, someone actually didn't ban Sculptor. Thank you to the person who banned Blood Queen instead of Sculptor. Okay. Nice, so we're gonna allow them to go Sculptor. And hopefully I get chased. Because I'm feeling a little bit rusty with Sculptor. It's always good to just go against Sculptor, just remind myself how to kite. Give you guys a refresher, recap, because if you guys are facing a lot of Sculptors, if you're trying to ban a different hunter and you just keep going against Sculptor, yes, she's a very good hunter, but it also helps to know how to counter her. You always gotta be on your toes against Sculptor. Always gotta be against your toes. Against your toes. So yeah, always gotta be careful with Sculptor. Be ready to change at any second. Be ready to change at any second. Yeah, basically. We'll play Patient. Because I've been playing Patient recently, and Patient's actually really strong. I really underrated Patient in my Psychologist video. He's actually really good. And I also want to play Patient because you can get blocked by the statues, and I do want to get better at it. Even if I get blocked by the statues this game, I'm no Patient expert. But what I can do is I can get better with Patient. Even if you suck at first, you can still do better, and you can work on yourself. It looks like it's going to be a Feaster, though. Prisoner is here. I'm going to try to get the Feaster to chase me. Obviously, I'm not in a great area. Okay, now that I'm by Shed, I'm in an okay area. Okay, looks like First Officer is going to take a hit in a Pocket Watch, which is extremely annoying. So he essentially just wasted his ability. Okay. Not that good. Not that good. Okay, so Hunter is gonna chase him. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm in an extremely bad area. So yeah, really bad area. Unfortunate there's a Peeper here. So I just transitioned right into a Peeper, which is obviously not what you want to do. Not gonna hit me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Not the best use of the hook, but it prevented a hit. And that was honestly just the point of it. Beautiful hook, beautiful. And it prevented a hit, that was beautiful. Unfortunately, we don't have any more hooks available, so we're kind of in trouble now. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's okay. Not gonna count as a hit. Feaster's attack is a little bit too slow for that. If his attack speed was like Nayet's, it would make a bigger difference. I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then... Oh, my pallet boost! Did you guys see that? Okay. I mistimed my pallet boost. It was 1 second off. Oopsies. He might put a tentacle here. I have to be careful. Let's see. I probably should have dropped that pallet. I'm not gonna lie. I should have dropped that other pallet at the Crab Shack. So he's gonna put a Peeper down, but I'm already going to transition away. Okay, I'm gonna try to bait out a tentacle. There we go. And hopefully we'll be able to kite this out. Okay. I try to go behind the pallet. Okay. We got almost no decode off of that. Where is our decode? 66%? Okay, so we're at like 2.5 ciphers. I think we're about at 1 cipher, in all honesty. We have 76. Prisoner's not pinging. Kind of ironic, because he's my team. He's my duo. for today's stream. That was a really nice baseball. Good baseball. That doesn't hit. It's out of range. Okay, we're not going to take this anymore. We're gonna have to go over here. If Batter could give me some support, that would be great. Okay, he did. He pushed the hunter back. I could feel it in the heartbeat. I didn't even have to check. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a good tentacle. I didn't know that he could still activate that behind the wall. I tried to get out of the way, but it was a little bit too late. Dude, that's not even the harasser, and our rescuer is dying of all people. Our rescuer of all people is dying. Now we're in a really bad spot, guys. Guys, we could actually just potentially straight up lose this now. Because of that first officer. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. This is how rank goes. Okay. That's okay, I guess. But we're still in a really bad position. I'll at least struggle free, but he's obviously not going to pick me up anymore. So, I mean, we could technically double rescue. Okay. The only way is a double rescue. We honestly can't even rescue, to be honest. Batter's still going to go for it, and he's going to take an excitement to the face, unfortunately. Yeah. First officer went down, and then Batter gave a hit. That's unfortunate. That was a really good kite, too. We should be able to tie this. We could potentially actually still win because of that. I don't know. No, I don't want to touch that. What if he activates it right before I can dismantle it in time? Unfortunate. What does everyone think about the upcoming Acrobat nerf? It was probably deserved. I'm going to be honest. The Acrobat nerf was honestly deserved. It's a little bit much that he gets a roll after he's already able to charge his ball. That's a little bit much. Like, all I really wanted was him to be able to charge his ball on the move. Adding the roll kind of makes it like an instant, like, free distance ability. Like, you don't even have to charge it anymore. You just tap on it and you get a huge speed boost. Honestly, guys, it's whatever. As long as you played well, that's all that matters. If I played well, if I'm happy with the way I played, obviously, it wasn't perfect. I started in a bad area. But given how bad of an area I started in, I actually made a good job making a comeback out of that area and not letting any hits through. So that was pretty good by me, not allowing any hits, even though we were in a pretty bad area. To be fair, it was a feaster. Still, that area is so bad that it really doesn't matter who the hunter goes. It's really up to you and your abilities to figure a way out of that situation. Even Hellember gets a hit there if you're not careful. So you really do have to know how to use your abilities well, know where to go with your ability, and just being able to recover a kite in a bad area. That's really what it's all about. Just be able to transition out of there. And if you had to take a hit, at least make sure you're going to a better area, a good area, like Shed. If I took a hit there, I would go straight to Shed. But since I didn't take a hit there, I'm going to try to work with what I got without taking a hit. And until I take a hit, then I won't. Then I'll go Shed. But I didn't take a hit there until very later on. And that's fine. My kite was good. The batter did a pretty good job as well. It's just first officer screwed up early game, gave a free hit. So then he can't rescue. And so batter has to then cover for him. And thankfully the feaster went away from the chair, so we were able to get a pretty easy rescue. But then first officer went down very quickly afterwards, and we were in a lot of trouble. Because then feaster has time to chair that first officer and then chair me. And what it really came down to is if I was able to dodge that last tentacle, If I was able to dodge that last tentacle, we actually most likely would have won. Like, what would have happened to first officer would have been fine. Even if he died, as long as I dodged the tentacle and then he just died, hey, that's still only one person down. It's a shame, because honestly, it's okay that I went down to that tentacle. I already did a really good Kai. What makes it not okay is that first officer went down immediately afterwards, so then I'm kind of punching myself in the face, because if I played perfectly, even when I thought it didn't matter, we actually would have won. But that's the unfortunate thing. Like, you think you played perfect enough, but it's never enough. Okay. That was kind of poetic. That was kind of poetic. You think you're perfect enough, but it's never enough. Alright. No one's... I mean... My duo said no one's playing Sculptor, but we only managed to get one person to, we only managed to get one band that wasn't a Sculptor band. And, even that one game, they went Feaster, so... Kind of unfortunate the game keeps banning Sculptor, my teammates keep banning Sculptor. It's okay, though. It's okay. Hopefully I can play at least one Sculptor match in here. Because I would really like to get in some Sculptor matches. Just because I feel it would be good as a refresher. Batter not viable. Batter is actually a pretty viable survivor. I probably wouldn't play him in rank match. Like, there's better survivors to play. If forward's available, just play forward than over batter. But he's a decent survivor. And I think it's very important to understand why he's a decent survivor. The whole reason he's actually better is because people want to play wheel. And what does wheel do really bad against? Harassers. Whether that's forward or batter, wheel does a really bad job against them. It's just every time they have to deal with a harasser, they have to go in that ball and then waste so much time. Even if you hit the rescuer right away, it still wastes a lot of time. Prisoner's doing a fantastic fight right now, by the way. He might go down right here. Yeah, he's cornered, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll go rescue. I wouldn't play him in rank match. I think combined with forward, it's better. But if you're picking batter over forward, I would just pick forward. But he is a solid survivor, and especially when the hunter wants to pick wheel, I should say. When the hunter wants to pick wheel and you ban Sculptor, then it's actually really solid. Okay, there we go. Cancel the bell. And we're going to get a perfect double pad off. Now it's all about the lucky terror shot. He didn't go for it, surprisingly. No hit! No hit again! Dang! Two swings in a row. No hit. I'm honestly surprised that second hit didn't count, though. That's besides the point. Okay. I have to stay away from the hunter, but at the same time, I have to go to the first officer's cipher, so... I hope he pings one more time. Because he's going to have to go rescue. Ping one more time, please. Ping one more time, please. Don't you guys love it when you miss their ping the first time and then they don't ping again afterwards? No, that's lovely. Is this the cipher? No, this is the prospector cipher. Dude, first officer's in pinging. Dude, Overthrown, where are your pings today? OT, you gotta ping. As a result, I'm gonna waste a lot of time trying to find her cipher, because back gate wasn't shaking. Front gate is being worked on by prospectors, so my guess was wrong. It's honestly annoying when they don't ping her. Okay. That's fine. I don't know if he'll be able to live, though. Probably not. That was a really good Kai. I don't know why we're so behind on decode. That was a really good Kai. I mean, maybe not really good. Because Prisoner had to help me with my cipher. He had to help with my cipher, and that's why I got it done. I feel like we should have a little bit more than this, though. Don't you guys feel that? I feel that. I might get Umbrella here on. I might get Umbrella here on. I might get Umbrella on here. Yep, we do. Just as I expected. This is kind of bad. There we go. Got that basic hit out. He's going around. Okay, I'm not falling for that. Okay, he's got a blink. That's okay. We just can't die by basement. Is basement here? No, basement's not here. We also can't die by any ciphers, though. Ooh. Okay. So we'll go over here in that case. Nice. This is fine. It's fine. We're not by any ciphers. And we're not by basement. So that works out perfectly. There's a lot of things you have to take in consideration when you're going down. People don't realize it. They just kind of run wherever with Tide Turner and then they think it's fine. Like in my case, it's kind of Tide Turner. Technically not. I'm getting umbrellaed on, so I'm out of here. Unfortunately, Prospector has no escape though. Oh, what the heck? He lived. He lived somehow. My man lived. Okay, that works out. Works out perfectly, actually. It's kind of perfect. I still have to open my gate. Ooh, okay. Well, that's rough. Now I have to go all the way around. I wish people ping. People just don't ping in this game. Okay. There is the ping, but too late. And it doesn't even tell me his location. Come on. Come on, NetEase. That should tell me his location, at least. Okay, worst case scenario is if he, like, teleports on this gate before I can elbow pad to it. We can't go for that anymore. It's too late. Okay, let's do this instead. Let's do this. He got tinnitus mark, so now he'll be tempted to go back to the chair. Dang it, seriously? Okay, I gotta back off, but I can't really back off without him seeing me. Okay, he definitely saw me there. Man, is this gonna be part 2 of that last game? Okay, Soul Siphon. That's okay. Okay, here's the problem though. If I use my elbow pad, he's just going to. No way! We just got a laggy elbow pad! Oh, it's not gonna be enough. The laggy elbow pad almost saved me. Oh, and he did a good bell. That almost worked out. That almost worked out. Dude, if people just pinged, I would be more than happy to stay out of your way when you're kiting, but people just don't ping, so then I run into them, and then I have to walk all the way to the other gate. And then by then it's too late if it's like Wu-Ching. I need them to ping, and they're just not pinging. Like, did people just forget about the communication part of this game? Do they think they're playing by themselves? Honestly, they probably do, because everyone's solo queuing these days. No one's good enough to have a duo. That's all that game came down to. If he just pinged, I wouldn't go to the back gate. I would go to the front gate if I saw him pinging. If I knew exactly where he was gonna go. Honestly, I thought he was gonna go towards the window or something. Like maybe go to graveyard or something. Like if he managed to live, then the only way he could get out of church at that point is if he goes to one of the windows. But somehow he still lived without going to one of the windows. And I don't even know how. Logically, he'll either go to the shed window in church, or he'll go to the graveyard window at church. And he didn't go to either one. It actually was worst case scenario, because that's right next to my gate. So then I have to completely switch my plan, and it's too late. If it's Wu-Ching, it's too late. Alright. This person, I don't know if you guys remember, this person matched with us like a few games ago. They're officially banning Broken Wheel Dream Witch. I don't know if it's because they see us banning Dream Witch Wheel. I don't know if they think that maybe we know that it's not a Sculptor main. We don't. I actually want them to play Sculptor. But hey, this works out. And yeah, we'll play Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, still very decent survivor, and we would like a rescuer. I don't know why Postman has Tide Turner. Is Cord still a good pick, or are there just too many OP survivors in her? Here's the thing. I wouldn't base a character on how bad they are based off of are there better characters, okay? I will mention that there's no point of playing them. I will say that, but if a character is still really good, I will also bring that up. So if like you're playing something like Perfumer's a very good survivor. Okay, don't sleep on Perfumer. She's an amazing survivor. And honestly, she's actually almost sometimes in some situations she's almost as good as other survivors. She just doesn't see as much use is the problem. And so if that were the case with Coordinator, I would tell you. But the problem with Coordinator is that she's genuinely not good against the meta. She's genuinely just too weak in the meta. If she were stronger in the meta, I would give a recommendation to play Coordinator, but she's just not strong enough. We're in a really bad area, by the way. That was a really bad area to like be in. Okay, now he needs a... Okay, wait, no. He actually used Blinks. No, not Blink, Peeper. Okay, well, we'll just use a second shovel here. This is okay. I'm very happy that he doesn't have Peeper here, else we would be in a much worse situation. Problem is, he's just gonna bell me here, though. So unless I can dodge it... No, I can't dodge it. Okay. How many ciphers do we have? We have 0 ciphers. We only have 1 cipher? Why is Priestess so behind on her cipher? Dude, why are my teammates just not decoding this game? Okay, there's the 3rd cipher, but... Dude, what the heck? Where are our cipher machines? Am I not even gonna get rescued? Apparently this is not a good enough kite to get rescued for. Well, yeah. Apparently it's not good enough because my teammates aren't decoding. What the heck? Oh wow, that hit through the window. He just needs to bell us. That somehow hits? Okay, that somehow hits. I almost was hoping that he would go through the umbrella. Not the umbrella, through the portal. That's what I was hoping. Dang, why was our decoding so bad though? I know Priestess was near me early game. She could have just portaled through the wall and instantly been out of cipher. My question is, why was she still only at 24% after all of that kite? That was early game, okay? By then she should be 78. Our teammates are just not decoding. The decode is just so garbage. Honestly, I just miss old Eversleeping. I don't like the new Eversleeping. Eversleeping is probably my least favorite map in this game as Survivor right now. It's just so bad for survivors. Like, if a hunter has faster pallet breaking, it's really hard to reach any pallets without using your abilities. It's just the pallets are so spread apart. And then, like, you have these dead parts of the map. There are so many spots in Eversleeping where there's just nothing. It's just dead. Okay, so I can't even use the houses because the houses are garbage now. Like, Corner House is okay. Geisha House is garbage against Wu Cheng. Like, literal garbage. Either he drops on the hole or he umbrellas down the window. Okay, and even if he doesn't have his umbrella, he's just gonna drop down the hole and I have to use a shovel anyway. Okay, so I'd rather use pallets, something else in my way, before I have to use the shovel. And I have to, so instead, I go to the cabin with 2 pallets, okay? I go to the cabin with 2 pallets, I go to that cipher over there with the 2 pallets, and then I'm done. Then I have nothing. I have nothing. I have to use a shovel to get to the next pallets because the pallets are too far away. And even then, the next closest pallet is absolute garbage. So then I'm going to take a hit after using my shovel, because the pallets are garbage. And so then I'm going to kite at the other pallet where the pallets are better, right? And so I'm kiting, and I'm using the pallets. But at the end of the day, because they're using faster pallet breaking, and because I'm still on a side of the map where even though I'm at good pallets, I can't transition anywhere. That is the problem. Who cares if you're at good pallets if after the hunter breaks them, you're cornered? And that's what was happening to me. I was at good pallets, but the pallets on Eversleeping are not good. Because every time they break them, I have nowhere to go. So they're good in the moment, bad in the long run. And so I always have to use an ability. It makes it really rough on me, even if they don't have any abilities necessarily. It just makes it so difficult as Survivor. And so Eversleeping, if you're not playing Priestess, if you're not kiting at Graveyard, if you're not kiting at Corner House, even Corner House is a bit of a stretch. Honestly, Corner House is not as good anymore, ever since they replaced that hole. There's just a lot of problems with Eversleeping. Like, look at this area. This area is a dead area. This area is okay, but once the hunter breaks the pallets, you're screwed. You're screwed. Okay, the Graveyard is the only place. Like, we have this whole dead area of this side of the map. Look where Postman's running. This is just instant death, which makes this window useless. This window to a Geisha house is useless now because of that hole. Because that hole exists, now you can't force the hunter to vault the window. It used to be decent because back then there was no hole there. The hunter would have to vault the window if they wanted to go through the house. Are we actually gonna... We just actually won somehow because Priestess. So yeah, if you're playing Priestess, this map is amazing. If you're not playing Priestess and you're going against a hunter with faster power breaking, it's so difficult to transition. You have to use one of your abilities. I hate Eversleeping so much. I wouldn't even say there's that much I did wrong there in that kite. Okay, so I get teleported on. My only place that I can go is down the stairs. Okay, down the stairs. I can't drop down the hole because the hole is garbage, and I can't drop down the window because he's gonna drop down the window, and then I have to use a shovel. And I'd rather save my shovel as long as possible. So the next thing I can do is I can go to the S pallets. And so I use both of those pallets, right? But then after I use those pallets, what do? I have to use a shovel because I'm in a corner of the map. I'm surrounded by walls and I have nowhere to go. So I use the shovel. Problem? The problem is that the next closest area is also garbage. It's garbage. I can't survive there. It's just a pallet, a lonely pallet. It's just a dead area, really. And so I'm going to take a hit. After I take the hit, I'm at least going to transition to a good area, okay? But even then, it's limited. So then I have to use another shovel to get to a different good area. And after that, I'm dead. Because I'm always going to be cornered. That's the way Eversleeping works. You're always cornered on Eversleeping. And so, unless the hunter isn't using faster power breaking, it's really, really difficult to transition anywhere. I have to use so much items just for basic hits, and it's really sad. It's really unfortunate. Now, if it was like a different scenario, if it was like, if maybe I started in middle, or maybe if I got to corner house, or maybe after I broke that first pallet inside of the cabin in front of that graveyard gate, maybe I should have just right away used my shovel and gone to a different area and just completely ignored those S pallets because those S pallets are really bad. I'm going to get cornered there and then I can't go anywhere. Or maybe what I should have done is I should have gone to the fake gate pallet right away. But then I would have gotten Umbrella on and I wouldn't have made it in time. This is very hunter specific. It's really hunter specific because in that specific case, I actually probably would have been in a much better case if it wasn't something like Wu-Chang, because then I wouldn't be easily cornered. Or as easily cornered. Okay, Intimal just spawned there, my bad. I probably should have known that. Because she spawned there, they probably spawned sandbags, and I'm going to guess they went to Shed in that case. No one's pinging anything. Someone's dropping pallets here. Kind of Shed, I don't know. Maybe they transitioned to Shed? From Shed to that area? Maybe Hunter spawned back in? That's also a possibility. If I spawn in that location, it's also possible they spawn back in. I don't know why no one's playing... Does anyone know why no one is playing Sculptor? No one's playing Sculptor. Sorry, I kind of had to pass by here. I don't like passing by people's ciphers, but it's better than dying right away. And this way, even if they start chasing the other person, I can just continue their cipher. I know it's not the best, but if I went to this pallet over there, I would be dying. I would be dying and we'd be in a very bad situation. So I have to go for to the factory, even though I know someone's kiting here. Not kiting here, decoding here. Maybe in a tournament, I would think differently. Maybe in a tournament, I would stay at 3 pal, but 3 pal is also not that good against Bonbon. If you're going to kite Bonbon, make sure you're in areas with like lots of windows and lots of walls. And honestly, 3 pal kind of works. But if they're using faster pal breaking, it's going to be very hard to get out of there. So I took the moment I saw them going around that pallet, that's my chance to get into the factory, and so I'm not going to take any chances with Bonbon especially. Is it worth rescuing that? I don't think so. I honestly don't think it's worth rescuing that. Kind of unfortunate. That's rough, that's rough. If I was playing a kiter, I would have been very happy to take that kite, but I'm playing Gravekeeper, so the hunter's gonna avoid me. I wonder if there was something the entomologist was able to do. Like, I would have to review how she played for me to be able to, like, say what if she could have done better. I don't know. I can't believe that still counted. What the heck, dude? Okay. It's really annoying that Bonbon can just do that. Like, he just drops, like, 3 or 4 bombs and is guaranteed to hit you. Honestly, it's not even worth using a shovel. Okay, that was a good hour, but I think I'm still going to die, is the problem. I'm still in a dead-end area. Okay, I can actually do this. It's not all bad. You know what? That owl was actually pretty good because it allowed me to get a good shovel off. Now that I have distance, now that he's behind a wall, now that I separated myself from him. Okay, never mind. It instantly went away. I hope he hits me in the shovel. I kind of need him to hit me in the shovel. Please hit me. I need you to hit me. There we go. Because now I can safely... Now I can kind of safely get to a window, but I'm still dead. It's okay. Between me and you, I'm obviously not going to tell the hunter this, but if a Gravekeeper goes in his shovel against you as Bonbon, don't hit them out of the shovel with your bombs away from you. Get close to them first and then start using your bombs so that when you hit them out of the shovel, you can immediately hit them again. The Gravekeeper, like, yes, the Gravekeeper doesn't necessarily want to get hit by your bombs and shovel, but at the same time, he kind of does because he needs to use like pallets and windows after he gets knocked out of the shovel. And so if he's going to get hit out of the shovel, he's going to make sure that he's purposely going to get hit. That's what a smart Gravekeeper would do. At least, like, if you're playing Gravekeeper like me, at least. Like, you're going to purposefully want to get hit inside of the shovel. That was a very sad risk. Did he really use all his football on that first kite so he had nothing left? Well, that's kind of a shame because I still had one more shovel. I don't know, was that kite bad? Was the kite bad, per se? If he didn't have Time Bomb, that kite would be much easier. But because he has Time Bomb, it makes that kite way harder. And the reason he had Time Bomb was because our first kiter kind of messed up. I mean, can you even say they messed up? It's hard to say. It's hard to say because I didn't see. She wasn't exactly in a great starting area. But you can definitely make a comeback if you know how to deal with it. So yeah, 2 of the 4 bomb hits on me were time bomb hits. The first bomb hit was a time bomb. The second bomb hit was a regular bomb. The third bomb was also a regular bomb. And then he hit me with his basic attack, which was used on the owl. And then the 4th bomb hit, he missed his time bomb. But here's the problem. Even though he missed the time bomb, the hunter is going to chain a different bomb and then activate the time bomb, so then it immediately activates his 2-second bomb. You guys may have not caught that, but that's actually what the hunter does, and that hunter's actually very smart for doing that. So the hunter was actually really smart there. He missed his time bomb, and even though he missed his time bomb, he didn't activate it because he knows he can still get value out of it. And the way he got value out of it was he placed a different bomb that connected to the time bomb. And then he activated that bomb so it chains into me. The 2-second bomb immediately activates. And that's the way he was able to kill me. And if you were in a better area, you'd be able to better work around that. And you'd be able to work around it like better. But when you're in a narrow area, it's very difficult to do that. I don't know why no one is picking Sculptor. That game, we also didn't ban Sculptor. We banned Dream Witch and Broken Whale. I'm banning those two hunters because I'm really trying to encourage the hunter to go Sculptor. Like, if you're going to play an S tier hunter, I'm going to force him to go Sculptor. But Cloud still went Bomb Bomb. I don't know, maybe that kite just wasn't good. The problem with bad kites is that the next guy has to be amazing. And so even though that kite was probably good enough for 3 ciphers, if it was an early game kite, like if that was an early game kite, that kite would definitely be beautiful. Because 2 of those hits were time bomb hits, and he wouldn't have that. He wouldn't have that if he wasn't already fed. So it makes a big deal, that time bomb. That time bomb makes up sometimes 3 bomb hits on you. Most of the time, it's a time bomb hit. It's not very often that they're able to get one of those 2-second bomb hits on you if you're just being careful. Since when did Toy Merchant get a skin? Wow, that actually looks pretty nice. A lot of people are banning Mercenary today. Oh, and someone already picked Gravekeeper. Oh, interesting. Dark went Gravekeeper. Alright. She doesn't have to. I would have gone Gravekeeper. It's fine. It's fine, though. I have Tide. I'm gonna assume this Toy Merchant doesn't have Tide Tuner. She's not saying anything. I hope she has broken windows. I hope she has broken windows because I'm already carrying Tide Turner. Plus, Toy Merchant kinda needs broken windows. Let's be real here. And the little girl essence, along with the lizard, got a new skin. Okay, I didn't even know. I didn't even check the essence. Good going, Seki. Okay, this is a key spawn point. Always remember this spawn point. If you guys got behind the ruins of ruins on Hospital, that means Hunter got double door spawn. And what did the Hunter pick? The Hunter picked Violinist. Ooh, I'm not in that good of an area against Violinists. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to move away from there. It's sort of like rotating him. But just in case someone's kiting there, I also avoid the Hunter that way as well. And then we're not going to get interrupted. Okay, yeah, no one was there. He's still trying to find a target. I see him. I see you! Okay. So this is the goal that we're going for with, Patient. We're going to try to, do this. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful dodge. Preferably, I would not want to get hit by a demon note right there. So that way I don't get slowed down. He might just choose to ignore me. Yep. Okay, so very smart decision from the Hunter. You don't want to chase a patient in hospital. But this is the problem. I'm too good at transitioning. And I don't want to sound like I'm full of myself here when I say that, but it's true. It's true. Every time I start a kite, I'm already transitioning to a top tier kiting area. So then even if I'm playing a kiter, the Hunter just avoids me. And by no means does that mean the Hunter is like scared of me or that, oh, it's Psyche, I don't want to chase Psyche. No, that doesn't mean that they're afraid of me necessarily. That just means that they're a smart Hunter. They know they're going to get kited if I chase them, if I let them go all the way to hospital. Like if they let me go to hospital as patient, they are screwed. And so, very smart move from the Hunter. But it's also kind of a tragedy because then he's going to chase someone else who's in not as good of an area. If this was a tournament, we would probably be in a winning position right now because you just get so much decode. When someone is just rotating the hunter like crazy, and when the hunter finally catches up with the survivor, and then they force the hunter to choose another target because they're in an OP area, at that point it's kind of like a win for the survivors. The hunter's really screwed. At that point they need to knock someone down with detention, and then teleport on someone on one of the gates, and then get another knockdown. That's his only way of like tying the game reliably. And even then, that's not a very reliable method per se. And so yeah. If this was like a tournament match, if we had people who already like had voice chat, like if I was with my team, we would probably already like be telling each other which ciphers we're working on so we don't run into each other. And this way we already know, like, we're already on top of the cipher, so even if he starts getting rotated, like, the game's over for him, for the hunter. So we don't have as much decode as I would like, but this is still okay. This is still okay. I'm out of here. I'm going to try to let the Seer get out of here, and then we're gonna... Ooh. Looks like he blinked. I don't know if that was a blink or did he just like... Did the hunter just decide not to use the blink? But here we go. This is the last cipher. Maybe I probably should have gone around the shut instead of through the ship, but this is our last cipher. And it is prime, so... Even without voice chat, even without telling each other where the ciphers are so we don't run into each other, we are still able to prime these ciphers like crazy. Toy Merchant is flying in. She's dropping down, throwing down support crates, saving our teammates. And we are going to hopefully get a nice rescue. Oh, I don't like how she's running so far away. Okay, thankfully she didn't get hit. If I were her, I wouldn't walk so far away from the chair, because then if you get hit far from the chair, you're screwed. That's why I always stay by the chair, unless I use an elbow pad. If you're going to use an ability or like run away from the chair, make sure you're out of range of the no. Okay? But in that situation, she still could have gotten hit by the no. And in that situation, if she did get hit by the no, oh, whoa, she wouldn't be getting that rescue off. At that point, it's too late, because if you're going to get hit by the no, you gotta make sure that you are next to the chair already, so that way you'll still be able to pull the rescue off at the very least. What's up, Dark Heart? Everyone did a good job this game. Seer did a nice kite. Toy Merchant did a nice rescue. Toy Merchant is going to drag away the hunter so that Seer can pick himself up. Obviously not preferable. Not preferable for her to go down, but the good news is that Seer might be able to get out. I don't know, guys. If he has teleport, we're kind of done for. Oh, jeez. We were doing so well, and then I spoke. So well, and then we're not even gonna... I'm not even gonna say anything about that. Darkheart just got hit by the violinist note, and then got hit by basic. Yeah. A little bit too big for their boots, maybe. Honestly, I am almost thinking that maybe Darkheart got like last second screwed over. Like Darkheart went in the shovel and then she didn't realize that that they're using full presence. Maybe that happened. Something happened. I don't know. She was just trying to stall time, but it ended up hurting us. We actually might lose this game because Seer is running around. I don't know what Overthrown is doing. Overthrown, I know you're better than this. You know you can't do anything here. The chairs are too close together to rescue. There's nothing that he can do. Should have just left way sooner and not risked the loss. Because we're very lucky that the violinist didn't see him right there. Dungeon isn't even here. Oh, Dungeon is here. Okay. Seki, can I call you Sky? Sky's kind of a different name at that point, but sure, why not? The only problem is if you call me Sky, I probably won't even know you're talking to me. Okay. That's alright. I performed pretty decent overall. I can't really do much. All I really did was just elbow pat Elbow pad? It's basically an elbow pad, okay. All I really did was just hook into the hospital. Sometimes it's better than an elbow pad, honestly. How about Sykes? I probably won't know you're talking to me still. Works both ways. Does Dark still play Magician? I don't know. She probably does. At least it was still a tie. Yeah, I do know, but it should have been a win. Which is like the point. If you tie when it should have been a win, then you may as well have lost at that point. Like, if we lost at that point, I would be half as annoyed as what happened there. At that point, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. We weren't going to win anyway. Although, preferably, I'd like to keep my points. Hi, Seki, I'm back. Welcome back, Levy. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. So far, I haven't gotten a single Sculptor yet. Very tragic. What map is this? Ooh, I do like a prisoner. Not prisoner! I never said that. I do like a patient here. But it looks like I'm gonna have to play mercenary. Is this the first time Sculptor hasn't been banned? No, this is like the 4th or 5th time Sculptor hasn't been banned. No one's picking Sculptor. At this point, I'm pretty sure everyone's just rusty with Sculptor. They're just too afraid of playing Sculptor. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Say hi for me, Psyche, please. Hi, Karo. Karo. That's interesting because one of the letters you're using is actually a Polish letter, and I speak Polish, so it makes it look weird. Karolzina 5. Welcome to the stream. Always nice to have you. Alright. We are gonna get a letter. It's probably a deco letter. Postman's actually not as bad. I honestly wouldn't play him in rank though. There are better survivors in rank. I would rather play than Postman. Postman's a kind of risky, and I don't feel like playing like there's a difference between risky and too risky. And so Postman is just hanging off the edge of too risky, for me personally. And so I wouldn't play him in rank, but in terms of tournaments, I think he's a pretty decent survivor. You can get good use out of him. His letter does a pretty good job at decoding. The only problem is that you're depending on luck for the deco letter to show up. So if you send someone a deco letter, you're hoping that the next letter is also going to be a deco letter. And half the time it's not. There's a 50-50 that it's going to be a deco letter or a rescue letter. And so it's kind of annoying. If Postman got a guaranteed deco letter every single time, I would be convinced that he's a much better survivor. But because he doesn't get that guaranteed decode letter, and instead he sends other letters that are like half as useful. Like, I'm gonna be honest here, a lot of the letters aren't that useful. The rescue letter is the window vault letter is because you're trying to send it to a kiter and you don't know if they're gonna die the same time you send them the letter if you're not on voice chat. The vault bonus is kind of You need to send it to like a slow vaulter for it to really make a noticeable difference. They're all just kind of Like, you got the rescue one. The dungeon letter's pretty good. Okay, I'll give you that. But then the others are just The other 4 letters are either... Like, 3 of the letters are for kiting. 1 of them is for rescue. 1 of them is for dungeon. 1 of them is for decoding. Obviously, the decoding is the best one. Dungeon is the second best one. And then at that point, you can make an argument for the last 4 letters. They're just... Like, does Mercenary really need that rescue letter? Like, it's really not that noticeable. And is the kiter really going to need that 10% increased vault bonus? They're probably going to need something much better than that. And so, like the speed bonus even. The speed bonus only lasts for 15 seconds. It's like 7% or 6% or 8%, which isn't bad. It's just in the long run. In the long run, let's be real here, the hunter is not going to be getting hits on you through basic hits. So the the speed letter gets a lot less value because they're anyway going to be using range attacks to hit you. So it's more on the redundant side. Even though it's good sometimes, it's really only better if it's like a hunter that can't like use abilities from far to hit you. Like if you let's be real here. Geisha is one example. She's just gonna butterfly to you. So at the end of the day, that speed bonus ladder won't really help you transition because you can't really transition against a Geisha. But yeah. Postman talk aside, he's not a terrible survivor. He's, like I said, pretty decent in rank. Not rank, tournament. But in rank, I would play something different, but you are free to play whatever you want. Even Wildling. Even Wildling counts. Yes, even Wildling. Okay, just a teleport. Just a teleport, which is kind of bad because Postman might die. Okay, Postman's gonna live, at least for a little bit. Let's see how he does. He's doing good. He's doing good. Green's doing good. I have to be careful for her to, like, I don't want her to just randomly go backwards and butterfly me. That would be really bad. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. She was probably watching her back. If this is a smart hunter, which she most likely is, like Geisha is in top tier, you have to be a smart hunter to really play her. She was probably watching her back and waiting for me to show up around the corner so she could butterfly me and hit me for free. But I'm not going to fall for it. Just be careful. That's the biggest thing. Be careful, be patient. And that goes along for kiting too. Be patient with your pallet drops. Be patient with your rescues. A lot of things you have to be patient for. That's how it works. I'm gonna do this because she's not gonna expect it. And then we do this. We're still gonna get hit. But at least we do the rescue. I'll be honest here, we really can't win though. Or tie. It's just too late for that. The early game kite was just not good enough. So even though I'll rescue, the reason I'm rescuing is because if I don't rescue, we'll just be in an even worse position. But even if I do rescue, we're still in arguably just as bad of a position. The only difference is that if I rescue, there's a chance that maybe the person can do a redemption kite, and that maybe I can pick myself up in time, and then maybe the psychologist can do another cipher, and then maybe I can do another cipher by the time I pick myself up. It's better than just letting him die, because she's anyway pressuring my cipher. So what good is it trying to decode my cipher if she's pressuring it? I'm gonna get hit eventually. May as well make sure I'm gonna rescue. Unfortunately, it's not gonna make a difference. Even with smart planning, it's really rough. Probably teleported on my cipher. Yep. Even with smart planning, there's not exactly a whole lot we can do. Where is she? Guys, where is she? I'm gonna surrender eventually, but there she is. Okay. If I knew where she was, that wouldn't have happened, but that's really annoying. Geisha's only a good hunter, like, decent hunter when she gets full presence. But obviously you shouldn't be using a hunter for their full presence, because the problem is the early game. The early game is the biggest problem, so. If you don't find good survivors to chase, or you don't find someone who's going down instantly, it's going to be really hard to get that full presence as Geisha. We're gonna ban Breaking Wheel and Dream Witch. We still ban Sculptor. Good night, Psyche. Good night, Chihaya. Have a good rest of your night. Sleep well. Psyche, what do you think about ban Nayad in ranked matches? I would not recommend it. If you're gonna ban a hunter, ban an S-tier hunter. Nayad is a good hunter, yes, but she is not impossible to counter. You could say that for every hunter. There are certain hunters that are just able to do more than Nayad. And so hunters like Breaking Wheel, who can just snap you. Sculptor, who is able to clog up your routes, and you can get pushed towards her. You have to be on your toes all the time. You have to be very careful. Sometimes she just straight up cancels your ability. That's what makes her so good. Dream Witch, insane map pressure. And if on top of that, if you don't know how to face Dream Witch, there's a very good chance that people are probably going to die on near your cipher, and then it'll get blocked by a leech, and then your game's kind of over. These are all really, really strong hunters. Do not sleep on Dream Witch. She's still an amazing hunter. Especially in a ranked match when you don't have communication with all four of your teammates. Amazing hunter, but I would not ban Nayad. Nayad is a good hunter, yes, but I would not ban Nayad. I've been watching the stream for a little while, but not saying anything. You are a very admirable player. Hope to see you casting tomorrow. Oh, I won't be casting. I'm going to be playing in the tournament. Tune in for that. What's my team name? ICT Inception versus B4U. B4U. Their abbreviation is pronounced the same way as their name, interestingly enough. Wu Chang, okay. You do have to be careful. I have been playing the game for 3 years, for some background information, so I started all the way back in August 2018. I didn't start when the game released, but I have been playing the game a decent amount. I technically made it into Call of Abyss once, but because of coronavirus, it was called off, and it sucks because I was going to go see Shanghai. Oh well. If you're curious, go to Call of Abyss 3. That's the one I was supposed to go to. And you might notice that there's only 15 teams on there. And the reason there's only 15 teams is because the 16th team chose not to go, and that was us. That was LBM. I wrote a whole paragraph introduction. People were telling me that when like people were writing their introductions, NetEase asked us to write an introduction about ourselves for Call of Abyss, okay? I thought people were writing like paragraphs, right? So I wrote a paragraph. It turns out everyone was like writing like 1 or 2 sentences or like just responding to the questions with 1 sentence. I wrote a whole paragraph. I got you and Elio mixed up because I saw him streaming earlier. Okay. That's kind of confusing how you mixed us up. Do we look similar? I guess we look similar. So I guess I'm not a very admirable player. I'm a very horrible and dishonest player, guys. Confirmed. Alright. I'm kidding. Alright. Mechanic is doing a really nice kite so far. Wasted a lot of time with that robot. Yes, it sucks that the robot goes down. But if you do a 3-cipher kite as mechanic, it's okay. It's okay. In fact, in that case, you just use the mechanic to stall time. And that's great as well. If you can do a 3-cipher kite, even if your mechanic doll goes down, it's fine. It's fine, honestly. And so it looks like we are going to get that 3-cipher kite. Hasn't even gotten hit yet. So we are doing phenomenal right now. We are going to decode the cipher because I think this is the mechanic cipher right here. A little bit similar. You are an admirable player, please. Thank you, Pin. I really appreciate it. So yes, this is the mechanic cipher, but the hunter's still kind of here. It's okay though. There's no more pallets here, so the mechanic is almost for sure going to transition away now. So yes, technically I can start working on a new cipher, and I can use the excuse that the hunter's near me. But let's be real here. Look around me. All the pallets here are broken. What does that say about the survivor that's being chased? That means they're not going to come here. Like, yes, even though they're near me right now, I highly doubt they're going to keep kiting here. Because if they're smart, they will ignore this area because this area is just going to be a death zone. So that's why I'm not getting off the cipher. That's why I'm not starting a new cipher. It's because I know the mechanic is going to leave in the next 10 seconds anyway. So it's fine. Now, if she dies near me, that's a different issue. But she did such a good kite that we could just decode another cipher machine. I'm gonna ping down decode another cipher machine just in case so psychologists can start working on something. But if this prosperator can keep stalling, we're actually just going to finish these ciphers anyway. Good magnet, force to drop. I don't think it's gonna be enough for a struggle though. It's not gonna be quite enough. The cipher is primed. I'm almost considering body blocking once. Oh no, not anymore. Because he's dropping. Okay. No bells for you! Imagine if that reset the recovery. That would have been very tragic. That almost reset the recovery. That was... I'm very glad that it didn't. Okay, he's changing targets just in case he's teleporting on me. I'm gonna back off. Okay. Wasn't on me. I guess he maybe faked it. Maybe he faked it. I have 2 shovels to make something happen. Okay, what? Okay. Bad news and good news. Bad news is he's teleporting. Good news is that if I get teleported on, it's okay, because I have shovel. Even if he uses soul siphon, the shovel cancels the soul siphon. Not a lot of people know that. If you use your shovel and you got soul siphoned, the soul siphon goes away completely. And it's awesome. It's awesome. It's totally broken, but it's awesome. Unfortunately, we're not in a good position is the problem. But here's what we will do. We will drag this hunter as far away as possible. And then, he's gonna be completely screwed for this chair. So he has to go all the way back to that chair. I can freely go to this gate now that I used my shovel and he didn't hit me out of it. I think we'll make it, right? We should make it. About 15 seconds, 12 seconds to go. If we won't make it, that's okay. I'll just back off until the tension runs out. But yes, we will be able to make it. And yeah. It's crazy to me that they never nerfed Shovel. Shovel to me is such a broken ability, but apparently people don't think Gravekeeper is S tier. I'm gonna get out, because Dungeon is there. Should have opened gate, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which gate I open, as long as I get out of a gate. And in that situation, I'm already in a shovel. What's safer? Getting out of the shovel and then it being on a cooldown and then me getting teleported on? I would be in trouble then. Or would it be safer to stay in the shovel and just go to the other gate that is already open? The better option is to just go to the opened gate, because the shovel will protect me all the way there. And so that is just a safer option. Not saying that you can't do that, Jam. You could do that if you want. Just kind of risky. What's he said? Blackout says hi. Alright, guys. I don't know any of those people, by the way. Was that the last match? Yes, that was the last match. NAEU, that is the last match. It is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock EST, and 20 o'clock, I think. 22? Yeah, 22 EST time zone. I don't live in EST. I just use it to as my main time zone because everyone knows EST. Or at least most people should know. It's the main time zone of the United States. Here we go. And I'm gonna get a Lantern deal. Yes, update the win-loss ratio. Thank you. Dang, Axe Boy. I've never seen one of these before. Mighty Boy? Nah. Oh, what the heck is this? Alright. I forgot I didn't open my essences yet. Right. I like how they changed the color for once. It's not like that red color, it's actually a different color. Pretty neat. Alright, I have 5 essences. I'm probably not gonna get anything. Let's see anyway. Let's see. Come on. Come on, boys! Okay, Gravekeeper finally gets a graffiti. Finally. Oh, 2 graffitis. Stylized. Not doing the event. I'll do the event in my spare time. It's more of like a story thing. This is the first day I'm logging into the game after the update. That's a pretty cool profile. I like that. Snooze for mechanic. I can't tell you guys how many times I've got that. That's been in the game since the release date. EST gang, exactly. Is that a new skin? No, it's not. I just never see that skin. It looks like a new skin. Eh. Cool profile. And, yep, I'm not gonna get anything. I haven't gotten anything from the spheres in a long time. Okay. To be fair, I did get this skin recently. Maybe that counts. Does it really count? It's an anime's crossover skin. But oh yeah. Gardner finally got something new. So I actually get to use something on him for once. Excavate. Pretty cool. And as always, I'm gonna equip my moving graffitis because they are the coolest by far. They are by far the coolest graffiti. And I still have something else for Gravedigger. Alright, I got that shovel. There we go. And something new for Anne. Anne, also I don't think has a graffiti. That's not her graffiti. That's just some Halloween graffiti. These 2 survivors and hunters haven't gotten graffitis in forever. Like their own official graffiti. Oh, by the way, I have this permanent glitch on Seer where it says there's something new, but there's nothing new. There's nothing new. I went over it. Like, I thought at first maybe the glitch is that it doesn't show where the new thing is, but I looked over everything and there's nothing new. And so that's kind of annoying. I'm just permanently stuck with the new icon on Seer. And yeah. Little Girl. Final thoughts on Little Girl. I played her at the beginning of the stream, so if you guys came late, you guys can re-watch that part of the stream. We did play one match with Little Girl. I did not know how to use her. I didn't know that the fire activates late. I didn't know it takes time to activate. I thought I activated right as you pressed it. So yeah, pretty good survivor. Can teleport across the map for free, and therefore, in a way, Cypher Rush the Hunter, because they don't have to waste time walking across the map. They can just teleport. So very strong survivor. Very strong kiter, very strong support, and very strong decoder. Everything about this hunter... she may as well be a hunter, let's be real. Everything about this survivor is very strong. Oh. No thanks. I thought this was a 1v1. See ya. So yeah. Check deductions maybe? It's probably not deductions. I have deductions done in... Oh, it is deductions! I didn't... It was deductions. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. It might be hard for you to imagine, but my fate is here. I already read this. I read this already. Okay, well that solves the mystery. The mystery of the new icon has been solved. It wasn't a glitch. Alright. Yeah, nobody still plays. Nobody still plays. I don't know if he still plays Feaster, but he still plays. Alright, guys. With that being said, that is the end of the rake session. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. If you guys liked it, give a fat like, thumbs up. And if you guys enjoyed the content and you want to make sure you don't miss another stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I also have a Discord server, so if you guys want to check out the Discord server, it's in the description below. I don't need 5 Discord server, but you can talk about whatever you want as long as it's appropriate. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. I will see you all later, and take care, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Seki out. Dobranoc, Seki. Thank you, Marvelous. Have a good night, guys. That means good night in Polish, by the way, for those who are new. Alright, guys. See you later.